What is up, people of the internet? This is Brownstone here, coming to you with the first pro-Disney video in a long time. Let me start by saying, this has been an eventful year for the channel. Between the... how should I phrase this? The fact that we were so close to completely rebranding the channel and rebooting it to be something that it wasn't supposed to be. And the fact that we had almost given up on pro Disney content, which is what you all subscribed for, and yeah, it was a mess. And the fact that you didn't see me for a long time, except for in the Teddy movies and stuff. Well, needless to say, if the Ad Producer Comeback mini storyline was any indication, I got exiled. Yep. I got exiled, and Pongo took over for a long time. He's been taking over the videos, and, well, he drove this channel to the ground. I gotta say that. So, yeah, now I'm back, and I know you don't like... Yeah, I know you didn't click on this video to hear my life story, but this needs to be said. This channel nearly became a WB. Meaning that this channel almost fell apart. Currently, Warner Brothers and DC, they don't know what to do with their current DC universe, and that was almost the case with this channel, Cinematic Universe. The Teddy Movie 3 ended everything, and then we didn't know what to do, and then, yeah, under Pongo's direction, we almost rebranded the channel to a My Little Pony channel, which... we already do My Little Pony stuff on here, but a full-on My Little Pony channel, that's not what you all subscribe for. I know that. You subscribe because you like to hear the truth and us standing up against the hate mob. And that's what we're back to doing. So, yeah, I know this has been an eventful year. I know you guys haven't been viewing our videos as much as you used to. And, yeah, frankly, that's our own fault, because we effectively alienated you guys because... we clearly didn't know what we're doing. But now we do know what we're doing. We're back, and we're back to defending Disney like nothing ever happened. So, yeah, recently we put out a community... I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. That 4 days ago, we put out a community post asking what defending Disney video you wanted to see. And overwhelmingly, you guys responded with Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, Thor Love and Thunder, and Lightyear Mega Review. This is the first Mega Review we have ever done. And in case you guys are wondering what a Mega Review is, it's basically 3 movies in one video. In the past, we've done movie reviews in the form of Pongo's recap. But since I exiled Pongo to my second channel, he won't be showing up here for a long time. And if we do bring him back, it'll be for limited videos. Because, well, he's not the boss here. I am. And I know Pongo's reviews are likely more entertaining. I mean, he's more entertaining as a host than I ever will be. So, just to make sure it kind of feels the same as Pongo's recap did, I'm bringing in his co-host, Luke. Hey there, everyone. This is Luke Catwalker, and Brownstone already gave the announcement. Yep, I already gave the announcement. So, without further ado, this is turning into a ramble. Let's get into our first movie review for Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. Spoilers ahead. I'm gonna try and be we're gonna try and be spoiler-free for the other two, but we just have so much to say about Multiverse of Madness, so let's go. So, it's no surprise that MCU Phase 4 is extremely divisive, with the MCU looking to try out new things in the form of giving directors more creative input in their movies and letting their signature style show. This calls for a unique viewing experience with Multiverse of Madness. Yeah, funny story. When we saw Multiverse of Madness, this was the first Sam Raimi film that we ever saw. So, yeah, after watching Multiverse of Madness, we kind of fell in love with Sam Raimi's style, and yeah, I mean, there's a lot to be admired about his directing style. He does perspective shots extremely well, his camera movement is expressive, and this especially brings a huge contrast when compared to the rest of the MCU. And yeah, it's got and got all of his signature style and quirks and all that, all the cheesy stuff, and yeah, a typical Sam Raimi fashion. If you were a fan of his Spider-Man films, you're gonna love this one. What's the story? Right, story. You know, in typical Pongo's recap fashion, we're gonna tell the whole story of the movie. So once again, spoiler warning is now in effect. So the movie opens up with a Doctor Strange variant and this girl named America Chavez, favorite character in the movie, by the way, running from this giant monster who was later known as Gargantos. They're running to achieve this book called the Book of Ashanti, which gives a sorcerer anything they need to defeat their enemy. And then, lo and behold, the monster catches up with them, and then we have this like cool fight scene with Defender Strange and the monster. But eventually, the monster becomes too powerful, and so Defender Strange is like, "I'm sorry, kid, this is the only way." And so he takes America Chavez's power, or almost does. And then we have a callback to Spider-Man No Way Home, in which Defender Strange says, "I know, but in the grand calculus of the multiverse, your sacrifice is worth more than your life." He doesn't finish that sentence because then the monster kind of attacks him, and then America Chavez interferes. She opens a portal and then sends them both through it. And then we got a Sam Raimi transition shot, and then it's boom! It's a dream. And then it's the wedding of Christine Palmer. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. We've not seen the first Doctor Strange movie, so I personally read the plot summary on Wikipedia, and I got a background as to who Christine Palmer was. Okay, yeah, that awkward. So yeah, I know you guys I know what you guys are thinking. You didn't see the first Doctor Strange movie? Yeah, we didn't. Yeah, let me explain. I mean, I don't know. I guess it didn't seem that interesting. I mean, to be fair, we started this channel in 2019, and then that was when Avengers Endgame was coming out. So we missed the majority of MCU movies. We only started getting into it after the conclusion of Phase 3. So cut us some slack here. We're trying to play catch up at the moment. Right. So it's Christine's wedding, and we have this little conversation with another doctor. I think it's another doctor, in which he talks about the effects of the blip, in which he lost both his cats. I'm a cat, and his brother, and then he asked this question to Strange, which kind of comes back to the whole multiverse thing. Was there any other way? And then, of course, Strange says, "No, we know we played it all we could," and that's a reference to the fact that Strange had to give the Time Stone to Thanos in Infinity War. We saw Infinity War, don't worry. After that, we have... the wedding, we have Doctor Strange and... Doctor Strange, who we will be calling Steven from here on out, because it's simpler. Or Stephen Strange. So then Stephen Strange, he talks to Christine, and we have this little... reason as to why the relationship didn't work out, because Christine's getting married to another guy. So right as they're talking, all of a sudden, boom, there's a crash, and then Danny Elfman turns on the original Doctor Strange theme, and then Stephen Strange goes riding to the rescue, or flying to the rescue with his cloak, and battles Gargantos. America Chavez falls from the monster, and then he does this. He saves her, and then Wong shows up, and then Strange impales Gargantos with a light pole, I think. And only Sam Raimi would do this. They're allowing actual blood in an MCU movie, and it's great. Right. So after that, we have. Yeah. After that, America Chavez takes off with Strange's sling thing, which he uses to open his portals across the world. And Wong's like, "You took your sling." So then go after America, and Strange is like, I'm not gonna kill you, kid. I just busted my A trying to save your life. And so she gives it back, and then we have this conversation in regards to the multiverse, which it's a big exposition dump. We're not going to lie, it's an exposition dump. And so far everything's good. And then we have this conversation about the multiverse. It's revealed that America Chavez can travel to the multiverse. I hear a lot of people saying that America Chavez's role in this movie is just a plot device, and while we can see why you guys may think so, that's not what we think. I think she's more than a plot device, because she has an actual character arc in this movie. I mean, Strange in No Way Home was a plot device, because all Strange existed to do was be the catalyst for Peter Parker's adventures. Like, yeah, Strange was a plot device. He didn't learn anything. He didn't have an actual arc. Strange was a plot device. America Chavez isn't. I just want to make that clear. Yeah. There's a difference between an actual plot device and a character, and I think America Chavez is more of an actual character than a plot device. But we can understand why people may think that she is a plot device. So after that, where were we? Right. Strange mentions that Strange mentions to America Chavez that you were my dream, and America's like, that wasn't a dream, and so they open this blanket, and then they find, oh look, it's Defender Strange, Dead Strange now. It's called Dead Strange or Zombie Strange now. Spoiler alert. So they bury him, and then Wong takes America Chavez to Camartage, and Strange goes to seek out Wanda. Oh, hey, look, it's Wanda from WandaVision. Remember that show? Oh, yeah, remember WandaVision? Oh, that was sure something, wasn't it? Yeah. Herein lies, a big problem people have with this movie, and that it's trying to be a sequel to too many things. Yeah, the first Doctor Strange movie, a sequel to, Avengers Endgame, a sequel to WandaVision, a sequel to Loki, kinda, and it's a sequel to a lot of things. And that's to be expected with an interconnected universe. I mean, it was bound to happen at some point. But, personally, we don't mind it, because we love seeing Wanda in this movie. And, yeah, at first, like, when we first saw Wanda with her kids, I got a little confused. Yeah, me too. I was like, wait, what? But didn't she give up her kids at the end of WandaVision? Why is she with them? And then it soon dawned on us that, like, they're like, oh, it's an alternate universe. Especially after Strange mentioned the concept of dreams being a window to our multiversal selves. Okay. That brings up some interesting questions. Yeah, very interesting questions. So that dream I constantly have about Citrine and I running through a dead forest. Yeah, and the announcer's chasing us. That's somewhere out there? Somewhere out there. Yeah. Yeah. Funny enough, my dreams have Riley from Inside Out in them half the time. So, somewhere out there, I have a sister named Riley. Okay, that's wonderful. Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. Anyway, yeah, this movie brings up a lot of questions. So, yeah. Yeah, so it's revealed to be a dream. It was a heartwarming scene, I gotta say. Like, the opening with Wanda, there was originally supposed to be another Wanda opening scene. Like, in the behind-the-scenes thing, it was revealed that there was the original opening scene for the movie before the Defender Strange and America Chavez scene. It was the 616, our Baron Mordo was supposed to come to Wanda's cottage. Then Wanda is supposed to kill him. This was before it's revealed that she's a villain. Spoiler alert, she's a villain. But yeah, that happened. Yeah, that I think would have been a better way to open it. I mean, nothing wrong with the one we got. I mean, that would still be there. Just there was a scene before it. It's supposed to be there, and I can tell because after the Marvel fanfare, we went immediately to that chase scene, and I thought, okay, wait, was there something missing from there? So I knew something had to be cut, and that because this movie was originally 2 hours and 40 minutes, and then Marvel pulled a DC Warner Brothers, and then slashed the runtime. I don't know why they're doing that for their Phase 4 movies. It's not cool. I gotta agree. I mean, for all the praise we're giving this movie so far, the fact that they slashed the runtime is not okay. I mean, it gives us Justice League flashbacks. Heck yeah. So, yeah, release the Raimi cut. Please. Obviously, Marvel's not gonna do that, but one can only dream. So anyway, Wanda's out picking apple trees, or are the apple trees? Those aren't those aren't apple trees. They're something. I already forgot. So Wanda's picking her fruits. Strange shows up, and this was featured in one of the early trailers, in which Strange is like, oh, "I'm not here to talk about Westview," and one is like, what are you here to talk about? In the trailer, it's just like, well, you know, the multiverse. Multiverse, and then we have that shot, that obvious Raimi camera angle shot, but no, it's a bit different. So they talk about the multiverse, that Vision had his theories, that he thought was real and dangerous, and then Strange reveals that America Chavez he were chased by this monster, that she's been taken to Comatage, and that he tries to enlist her help. And then we have this funny bit, and we have this funny bit where Strange says, where after Wanda says there are other Avengers, Strange says, well, between two bug-themed crime fighters or the most powerful magic user, it's an easy call. It's a nice Ant-Man callback. We haven't watched Ant-Man, so the reference totally flew over our heads. But we sort of got it. Anyway, because we looked up the plot summary. Yeah, any movie that we didn't see, we just looked at the plot summary for this review. Because we don't want to be totally lost in the dark of the sprawling MCU. Right, So, Wanda's like, what if you brought America here? I could protect her. You never told me her name, did you? And then that's, oops! No, we didn't catch this on first viewing. But on 6th viewing, we saw this movie 6 times. Only on the 6th viewing did we catch that Wanda knew Chavez's name. America's name. And that instantly clicked. Oh, that's how she knows. Because in the first viewing we were like, wait, okay, so she knows. Was something cut or no? No, so she just knows. And it's still like that here, but at least we have a slight foreshadowing moment, kind of a foreshadowing moment, in which Wanda knows America Chavez's name, and then Wanda's like, you know, the hex is the easy part, the lying, not so much. And then we have her villain theme as she kind of gets, as the whole sunny apple orchard, goats, all that happy life, everybody's so happy, like, it's revealed to be another hex. So she can apparently conjure hexes at random now, when it apparently gave her extreme pain to do so in the first place. I mean, we didn't see how she created that hex to begin with, so maybe it still causes that pain. Though the way she removed that hex, maybe it's easy for her to remove hexes, but not to create them. Anyway, yeah. Now that we're going over it, there's kind of some leaps in logic that we gotta do here. So yeah, Wanda somehow knows how to take down the hex with ease, and then she reveals her Scarlet Witch costume. It's a bit different from WandaVision, and it looks a whole lot better here. Here, I know people love the Wanda. Well, I know people love the WandaVision costume better, but we're in the minority here again. So let's just go out with our unpopular opinions. The Multiverse of Madness costume is way better. So after that, yeah, Wanda reveals that she wants America Chavez for herself so she can be with her children, and apparently not Vision. Okay, so this is another problem people have with the movie, and let me explain. I think the Marvelous Wave, the second channel of the Stupendous Wave, the Marvelous Wave, gave a reason as to why this was, and it's actually fairly interesting. I'll link his video in the description, so you guys can see it, because it's honestly a very good reason. I'm not gonna spoil it. We're not gonna spoil it in this review, because it's honestly because it deserves to be seen for itself, and it provides a lot of context for the rest of the movie. But yeah, so Wanda wants to be with her kids, but at the cost of America Chavez's life. And Strange is like, heck no, and then Wanda's like, come deliver America Chavez to me peacefully, and Strange is like, and if we don't, and then Wanda's like, then it won't be Wanda that'll be coming for her. It'll be the Scarlet Witch. Oh! And then we have this really cool transition. I think it's Sam Raimi transition. The reason why we're trying to find which shots are Raimi, which ones are Marvel, is because it's sort of like a Frankenstein movie. You know, like those theatrical cuts, like the Superman 2 Richard Lester cut, or Justice League. It's like half the original director and half another director or something. Because people called out that it's half Marvel, half Raimi. So this looks like a Raimi transition. So let's go. So it transitions to one thing, the Scarlet Witch thing, and then they prepare for battle against America. Not prepare for battle against America. America would annihilate them all. They prepare for a battle against Wanda. Well, Wanda. So then Wanda shows up. Strange has this little talk with her, and then we have this huge battle, and then there's this one creepy moment in which Wanda causes this other sorcerer student to run, and this dismantles the entire shield. She goes and attacks, and she kills everybody. Sam Raimi, everybody. Wanda kills everybody. Well, everybody except those who are inside. Oh, in case you guys are wondering what this is, we set up a barking chain, so roll with us here. I'll be right back. Quiet! Anyways, don't mind the doggies. Don't mind the doggies. Do not mind the doggies. Anyway. So, whew. So anyways, Wanda tries to enter the main Kamata's building, and then we have this weird shenanigans, which I think it's like a trap or something, because all these spiked things show up, and then we find out that Wanda's using the reflections to get in. So then we have this really creepy thing in which Wanda squeezes through a mirror, and she looks absolutely deformed. Do I mention that I love... did we mention that we love the horror in this movie? Ah, yeah, Sam Raimi horror is best horror. So yeah, we have Wanda coming in, then she explains some more of her plan. Yeah, because we didn't get that in the previous scene. And then, because we didn't get that in the previous scene with her, I guess. She just likes to hammer in how much that she's not a monster and she's a mother. It's not a problem we have with the movie, but I can see why it can be for some. So then after that we have another battle, and then a short little battle, a short little fight in which they fight with some dragons or whatever. We have this typical Raimi growl from Strange, and then America Chavez opens a portal. Yeah, she opens a portal. She opens portals a lot in this movie, and this is before she learns to master them. It's explained that this only happens when she's really afraid. So yeah, let's go. So then Strange and America are sent to the multiverse, and then we have I think the coolest. I think one of the coolest sequences in this movie, and it's one of the most talked about. So, sorry about that jump cut. Our friend Teddy just came in. Say hi, Teddy. He's a bit camera shy. Anyway, so we have the most talked about sequence in the whole movie, or one of the most talked about sequences in the whole movie. Strange and America Chavez go through a multitude of universes. One of them being a paint universe, which gets brought up later, and then one of them being an animated universe. Is that What If universe? I don't know. And all these different universes, there's so many references and stuff that even I didn't get. There's one when they're underwater. One of them with this Tribune thing. I know I totally botched that. It's a reference to something. I have no clue. Maybe it's something in the first Doctor Strange. So, yeah, we got references to so many universes, and then they arrive in this futuristic universe, which is the one we're in for over half the movie. So, yeah, it's kind of like our world, but advanced, and everything's opposite. Yeah, how should we describe it? It's like, we go, like, you know how you go across, you know how you walk across the street on a green light? Well, in this universe, you walk across the street on a red light and stop on a green light. Yeah, yes. Yeah, but before we get to that, we get this brief bit with America's insecurities, in which Strange asks her to open a portal. This is right after he pukes, which is pretty funny, and Strange is like, you have to open a portal. Wanda is threatening Wong and Kamar-Taj, and America's like, I can't control it, and I can't control it, and Strange is like, you must do it. Even I can, and this obviously gets her a little upset, but yeah. So this is like kind of America's arc through the movie, learning to control her powers and stuff. I also think it's a really good arc, especially with her backstory that comes later. I know many people are hating on this character because like she's an LGBTQ character, and we certainly can't have that in movies. Oh no sorry. No, 3. I'm exaggerating here because that's the real reason is like they don't want this politics shoved in their face. But how is this shoving in the face? It's a brief reference. So then after they resolve to find other Strange, meaning alternate universe of Strange in this universe, so they go explore this universe, and then they find a Bruce Campbell cameo. Now, if any of you are familiar with Sam Raimi, you know he loves his Bruce Campbell cameos. Bruce Campbell is this actor that has worked with Sam Raimi for basically all of his movies. Yep. And, so, count a surprise when, lo and behold, Bruce Campbell makes an appearance. And because this is the first Sam Raimi film we've ever watched, this was totally lost on us. But we read that Sam Raimi loves his Bruce Campbell cameos, so upon second viewing, we're like, oh, Sam Raimi, you and your Bruce Campbell cameos. He even appears at the end credit scene. But what happens with them is super funny. So America says that foods are free in most universes, and it's weird that you guys gotta pay for them. And of course, the alt-right and the Phantom Menace interpret it as, they're trying to push just the message on us, meaning socialism. No, Luke, I'll let you have this one. Alright, this one rubs us the wrong way on so many levels. Like, not the reference itself, but the response to it. This is not pushing the message. You know, this is sort of like what futurist, people want from a futuristic society. Free food and stuff. This is sort of like we're in an alternate universe, and everything looks so futuristic and advanced and stuff. Like, if you count many people a long time ago, they thought food would be free in the future. We'd have flying cars and all that. That's kind of like what we have here, sort of. So it's like an idealistic version of the main timeline. So the fact that America Chavez says that food's free in most universes isn't pushing the message. It's a call out to what people want from futuristic societies. The fact that people are interpreting it as pushing the message really rubs us the wrong way. It really does. Anyway, back to the movie. We're gonna be digging on the Phantom Menace's trash takes a lot in this video. So, because there's a lot of trash takes. So, anyway, back to the movie. Bruce Campbell says, like, Pizza Papa always gets paid. Bruce Campbell plays this character called Pizza Papa, who is the owner of the Pizza Bowls shop. So he kind of gets kind of personal with Strange, and then Strange retaliates by making him hit himself for 3 weeks. Okay, this is... Okay, this is peak comedy gold. So Pizza Papa hits himself, and then, Strange is like, don't worry, he'll be fine. And America's like, what, he'll stop in a few minutes? And then Strange is like, more like 3 weeks. This was the most funniest part in the whole movie. I just can't stop thinking of that part. Yeah, it just gave us a huge laugh. Imagine being forced to hit yourself for 3 weeks. I think he's got some good. I think by the time the post-credit scene rolls around, he's got a huge concussion. Poor guy. So they find this statue of Doctor Strange. Yeah, there's a Doctor Strange statue in this universe. It's Dr. Stephen Strange gave his life defeating Thanos. We express our eternal gratitude to Earth's mightiest hero. And yeah, apparently Strange is dead in this universe, so that counts. So that counts out them asking this universe Strange for help. Don't worry, Strange meets an alternate version of himself later. So yeah, so America asks, well, if this Strange is dead, then who's Master of the Sanctum? And then lo and behold, it's Baron Mordo! Back from the first movie! Yeah, we know he's back from the first movie because we read the plot summary on Wikipedia. We cheated through the entire MCU and we're proud of it. So we know Mordo exists, so we were kind of happy to see him, and, yeah. Yeah, so Mordo's there, except it's an alternate version of Mordo. Instead of being evil, he's like, I always suspected this day would come, my brother. And he's like, all nice and friendly, and Strange is like, okay, because like the last time they met, he turned evil. So to see a nice guy version of Mordo, yeah. That's gotta come a huge shock. Like, okay, I thought he was evil, but apparently not. Yeah. So then apparently he's a nice guy. And so then they explain the entire events up to this point, apparently, because Mordo talks about dreamwalking. And yeah, I think this is one of the scenes that Raimi directed himself, because the cool transitions. We like this scene so much that we even made a spoof of it in one of our own movies. I'm just gonna play the clip. I'll play a portion of the clip right here. Or yeah, you guys can see for yourself. So we're probably not gonna play the clip because copyright. But if you're still hyped for Adam Brewster the movie soft reboot, well, it's got a spoof of that dreamwalking explanation scene in it. So stay tuned for it. If any of you guys saw Doctor Strange: The Multiverse of Madness, you'll know exactly what that scene is when you see it. It's with Pongo and the same transitions, same everything. Yeah, that was pretty fun to film. Except it wasn't with us. It was with Shining Armor the other. No spoilers. Sorry. So anyway, yeah, Strange says we need your help. Strange says we need your help. Then all of a sudden he feels wobbly. Oh no, the tea was drugged. Now where have I seen this before? Oh yeah, it's a cliche. It's a cliche. Stranger invites me. Here's a tour home. They have tea. Oh no, the tea's drugged. Yeah, it's a cliche, but can't say that it wasn't scary to look at, especially how like the sound all distorts and then America collapses into terror, and then Strange falls to the floor, and then Immortal's like, I only acted as you would. And then scary line from Strange, she's coming. And then we have this Raimi transition to then we have this cool transition to Wanda dreamwalking, which is apparently possessing the body of an alternate universe you, and then causing irreparable damage to that reality. Dreamwalking can cause incursions, and incursions is basically when one or both universes get destroyed by the main universe you entering into an alternate universe. It's sort of like what Going Turbo is like in the Wreck-It Ralph universe. Yes, I'm making another Disney reference because of course we are. So yeah, compare Dreamwalking to Going Turbo in the first Wreck-It Ralph movie. So yeah, Going Turbo obviously has like trying to take over another person's game. It's sort of like that, and it causes irreparable damage to that game. So think of Dreamwalking like Going Turbo. if that makes sense. So yeah, Wanda goes turbo. She enters into an alternate into alternate universe to be with her kids. And then, yeah, Wanda gets possessed after her kids ask for... Alternate universe, Wanda gets possessed after asking for ice cream. And then this Wanda... Then, our Wanda appears in this Wanda's body. And then the kids sing an ice cream song. It's so cheesy, but we love it. Oh, we just couldn't help but chuckle at this scene. We like ice cream like every child should. And if we get some ice cream, we promise to be good. It's so cheesy, but we love it. Plus, they obviously can't sing, and it's quite obvious, but that's what makes the charm of it. You know, kids like asking for ice cream. Heck, we still love ice cream. So, hearing them ask for ice cream, it just made me nostalgic to have ice cream. I probably had it the day after the theater showing, and you didn't tell me about it? Oh, my bad. So, yeah, we love that. We love the ice cream scene, in spite of how corny it was. So then we zoom out, and Wanda's dreamwalking, and so this female sorcerer goes like, she destroys the Darkhold. Then that disrupts the dreamwalk. Then Wanda is understandably furious. She's like, I need the Darkhold spells. You are the Sorcerer Supreme. Tell me what you know. And then when Wong refuses, Wanda hurts, like tortures these sorcerers who are still alive. Are they still alive, or did she reanimate them? It's unclear. But when she puts them down, they're obviously still alive. So we're just gonna go with they're still alive. Yeah, plot convenience. So yeah, these sorcerers are still alive to be tortured. What a wonderful way to die. Because they're obviously dead afterwards, because we don't see them again. So, yeah. Yeah, so Wong mentions that the Darkhold spells were transcribed on the Mount Wondercore. Wondercore, I think it's Wondercore. We totally butchered that. No, we did. So, Wong's like, no one has survived the journey. And Wanda's like, perhaps you will be the exception. The way these transitions happen with Wanda's voice lines is honestly really cool to see. I mean, we see a lot of it throughout this movie. Wanda saying, then it won't be Wanda that will come for Scarlet Witch. Or this line, perhaps we will be the exception. When the scenes end with the scary Wanda one-liner, it's obviously really scary, and it's pretty cool. Pretty cool to see. So let's go back to the cliche. Hey, America and Strange wake up in this glass cell or something. And America's like, this universe sucks. yeah. And then Strange is like, hey you, I don't know. Strange is like, hey you, I don't know what you're doing, but it doesn't work out for the nameless scientists. So then the woman turns her head, and then lo and behold, it's an alternate universe of Christine. Yay, Christine's in this movie. I knew she'd come back later. I totally didn't. Me neither. So yeah, Christine explains that she's in charge of multiversal research, and then Strange tries to ask for her help, and then Strange is like, I don't care if you're from like Hydra or the Avengers, and then Mordo comes into the room like with a bunch of Ultron guards. We're neither. The Illuminati will see you now. The Illumawati? Okay. So, funny story. When we first saw the Doctor Strange and Multiverse of Madness movie, we had no idea that the Illuminati were actual characters in the comics. Yeah, we're out of league with the comics. We're just going to admit it. We don't really read superhero comics. We get all our superhero stuff through the films, the TV shows, all that. So, yeah. We don't read the comics. Sorry. So when we heard Illuminati, we were like, oh, are they really gonna pull that? Because the Illuminati is such, like, the One World Order Illuminati, or Illuminati confirmed meme. It's such a huge meme throughout society. When we did that, we're like, oh no, are they really gonna pull the Illuminati confirmed meme? Please don't do that. Because it's such an overused meme. Yeah. And then, no, it's not the One World Order Illuminati. It's the superhero team Illuminati. Totally not the same Illuminati. Yeah, the Illuminati in this movie is an alternate universe version of the Avengers. Yeah, with a bunch of fan service cameos. Let's go! This was obviously added in reshoots. How do we know? Because of the behind-the-scenes stuff, which we researched, it was chronicled that there were a lot of reshoots to quote-unquote have more fun with the multiverse. We can only assume that this was one of the last sequences to be filmed before the movie was sent off to post-production. And who are the fan service cameos? Well, you better have watched the X-Men. Also, you gotta watch Fantastic Four. Also, you gotta watch What If. Also, you gotta watch the Inhumans and stuff, because we got a whole lot of cameos, baby. So let's start. We have Captain Carter, the first Avenger from What If. Then we have Platikar Boltikar, Black Bolt, the Inhuman King. And then we have Defender of the Cosmos, Captain Marvel, who is Monica Rambeau, from the WandaVision. And then we have the smartest man alive, more like the dumbest man alive. This character has been memed on endlessly across the internet for his dumb decision in the fight against Wanda. So, yeah. So, let's do it. The dumbest man alive. Reed Richards of the Fantastic Four, played by John Krasinski. Hey. Ultimate fan casting confirmed. Let's go. Yeah. This was totally a fan service thing. We only found out later that this was an actual fan service thing. Fan casting. At first we were like, oh, cool. Then we found out there was a fan casting choice. We're like, oh, Marvel, you like to shout out your fans. And the Phantom Menace says that Disney doesn't listen to their fans. What do you say to this? We're totally railing on the Phantom Menace in this video. So, yeah. After that, we have the most important member of all. Our final member, Professor Charles Xavier. Yep. X-Men in the MCU. Let's go. This is so fan service, and we love it. You know how Palpatine came back in the Rise of Skywalker, which we still say was planned because confirmed, like, plans were made for Palpatine to return a long time ago, even when The Last Jedi was going. So, yeah, Palpatine was planned all along. Sorry, sequel haters. It was Palpatine all along. We're not here to talk about Star Wars. Let's get back on topic. Yeah. So, Disney brought back Palpatine for fan service, and also brought back Lando Calrissian as fan service. And so this is kind of like fan service, you know, like Lando Calrissian came back in The Rise of Skywalker, and also there's another original trilogy character in the final battle. So it's sort of like that. Disney likes to shout out their fans that way for being with them for so long. Because Lord knows that the majority of Marvel fans don't have MCU fatigue by this point because of so many content. So they discuss how their Strange died. Professor Charles Xavier reveals that that's not how Strange died. After Reed Richards says that you are a danger to our universe, Stephen. And Stephen Strange is like, wait, our Doctor Strange, the greatest of the universe is Doctor Strange. Wait, you're Doctor Strange, Earth's mightiest hero? We should tell him the truth. And that's how Charles Xavier comes with that. Now we knew this was an X-Men callback before we even saw the movie. We knew that there would be an X-Men reference in there, but we didn't know Charles Xavier would be in it. So yeah. So there's that little Xavier theme callback, and when Strange questions how that the greatest threat to the multiverse could be Earth's mightiest hero, like they're Doctor Strange. Xavier reveals that's not how our Strange died. Oh, and that gets us intrigued. It's these Raimi transitions, as we mentioned, that are really cool. But before we can get that information, nope. We check back with Wanda and Strange. No, Wanda and Wong. Wanda and Wong. Okay, Wong and yeah. we can't say that. Yeah, let's just say Wanda. Let's just say Wong and the Scarlet Witch, because that's easier to say. Okay, so Wong and the Scarlet Witch, because Wanda's the Scarlet Witch. So Wong and the Scarlet Witch, they go to Mount Wondercore to reapply the dreamwalking spell. And they make it there with ease. This isn't like the My Little Pony episode Frenemies, where the villains had to struggle up the mountain. No, they get there easily. Yay. I would have liked to see more of a struggle to get up there, especially because Mount Wondercore was mentioned to be impossible to access. I mean, Wong sort of mentions as such. Masters of the Mystic Arts were meant to tread on these forbidden grounds. And, well, they make it through with ease. There's no repercussions, no traps, no nothing. It's just these bunch of monsters who try to attack them. And then they bow before Wanda, because she's the Scarlet Witch. Okay. Yeah, well, that's one way of doing it, I guess. It's not the most cool way they could have done it. They could have done it way better, but we'll take it. We're not nitpicky. We're not nitpicky, guys. We'll take it. We'll take it. Could have been better, but we'll take it. So Wanda's like, this isn't a tomb, this is a throne. Ooh. And then we go back to the Illuminati, and lo and behold, exposition! Yeah, we love our exposition dumps, don't we? So then each member of the Illuminati describes what happened to Strange. So apparently, 838 Strange, apparently this alternate universe is Universe 818, and our current MCU is 616. So let's go by that. So 838 Strange started getting into dark magic with the Darkhold during Infinity War. Okay, callbacks to Infinity War. They were at war with Thanos. Yeah, we all know that. So the Illuminati fought Thanos. Strange started dreamwalking, experimenting with the Darkhold, believing that their salvation lied in the multiverse. And it didn't. But he kept doing it anyway. He called his friends together. They confessed that he had been dreamwalking. And I guess after a thorough chewing out, because I assume that they chewed him out for using the Darkhold's magic, Strange renounced the Darkhold's ways, and they used the Book of Vishanti to defeat Thanos. And yeah, we got a dead Thanos cameo. If there's one thing we love to see, it's a dead Thanos. Yeah, he didn't get dusted. He literally just got murdered by the magical book of anime. So yeah, Thanos is dead. Yay! Oh wait, what's this? Oh wait, what's this? Strange is gonna die. Oh no, Strange is gonna die. Yeah, no forget this for you, baby. You use dark magic, you're going down. So then, Black Bolt murders him with his powers through the words, I'm sorry. It must be extremely hard for Black Bolt to live. I mean, imagine opening your mouth to say one thing, and then you end up destroying somebody. Now, we haven't watched the Inhumans show, which has Black Bolt in it. I think it's the same voice actor, same actors and everything. But imagine how hard life must be for Black Bolt. Let's just take one step here. You have a power that whenever you say anything, it destroys another person. Like, not emotionally, but physically. You have the power to literally murder somebody with your own words. How do you think Black Bolt must feel on a regular basis? I think he feels kind of lonely, yeah. How do you think Black Bolt feels on a regular basis? Oh, yeah, yeah, how could this happen to me? Literally how he feels on a daily basis. Anyway, so yeah, no forgiveness for you. This ain't My Little Pony. You're dead. Yeah, if this was MLP, they would have been like, okay, yeah, you're forgiven. You're forgiven. You're getting no consequences whatsoever. Actually, maybe they would have given some consequences considering Cozy Glow was locked in Tartarus. Yeah, we're My Little Pony fans. Yeah, deal with it. So yeah, Cozy Glow would have been Cozy Glow was locked in Tartarus, but the other villains were forgiven. So I think if this was My Little Pony, they would have been like, okay, yeah, you use dark magic, it's okay, you're good, man, you're good. But no forgiveness here. You're gonna be full on murdered. So Strange is murdered, and then our Strange is like, you built a statue, And then this actually provides an interesting reason as to why they built a statue of Strange. The world needs heroes. That's actually a very good reason. Now, it doesn't seem much on paper, but the way it's the way it's phrased within the context is actually good. Like, nobody wants to know that one of their heroes turned evil and caused an incursion. Because he caused an incursion and murdered millions, that's why he got killed off. So, yeah, nobody wants to know that one of their mightiest heroes turned to dark magic. So they try to hide that fact. Only they knew that their Strange did all this. They built a statue. They said he gave his life defeating Thanos. It was a way to immortalize the good memories of their friend, and that's actually really good. That's actually a really good way to do it. You know? Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, if you had a friend which turned evil, but he was once an inspiration of hope, a symbol of hope for the world, wouldn't you want the world to remember that symbol of hope, and not the monster he ended up becoming? I mean, yeah, I agree. I mean, if I was to turn evil, I would want you to immortalize my good memory, not be forced to live with the realization that I'm evil. Yeah. So Strange tries to ask them to get the book of ask them to give him the book of Vishanti, but before they can before they can vote on this on our Strange's fate, lo and behold, Wanda shows up because Wanda apparently reestablished her dream walking. Yeah, we totally missed the scene in which Wanda cucks Wong down a cliff, but it's not important. Or just the same old Wanda saying "I want to be with my children" thing. We're gonna skip as much of that as possible because it's just redundant. So Wanda shows up and starts laying siege to the Ultron bots. Now because the Ultron problem was successful, the Ultron program was successful, that begs the question. So does this mean Age of Ultron never happened in this universe? I mean, I know it's the lowest rated MCU movie. It's the lowest rated critically. It's panned. So, I think many MCU fans would like to live in this universe. You know? Yeah, honestly. Illuminati! The Illuminati. Illuminati Age of Ultron. Illuminati Infinity War. And there's no Illuminati Endgame. Because Thanos died during Infinity War. Yep. Huh. You know, I think I kind of prefer our universe. Yeah, because Endgame was awesome. So, yeah, why does this thing keep going? Anyway, so yeah, the Illuminating, Illuminati, Amity and Lou show up in this movie. No, they don't. No, the Illuminati go out to fight Wanda. Well, it sure would have been cool if Luz and Amity showed up in this movie. Yeah, especially because the Owl House was going on around that time. Yeah. Anyway, the Illuminati go out to fight Wanda, leaving Baron Mordo and Strange alone. So then Strange goads. So then here's the thing. Strange goads Mordo into attacking him. And this is the way to release that magically induced handcuffs, which kind of reduces his magical capacity. So then Mordo takes the bait because Strange goads him and provokes him until Mordo's like, I am ready to cast my vote now. And it's still theatrical. It's kind of cool, kind of funny. So then we have this brief fight scene, and then Mordo is chucked down a ledge kinda. And Strange gets free, and he's like, and then Mordo's like, you know, I kind of understand why you're Mordo. Didn't like you very much. I kind of like how Mordo's reduced to like a sniveling coward, kinda. I know people aren't satisfied with that, but I don't know. We kind of found it kind of cool. It's like how you best your opponent in a duel, and then they're too cowardly to continue, so they just go on screaming, no, you cheated! You cheated! You cheated! I won the duel! You cheated! It's kind of like that. Like, we are spoiled opponent when it refuses to accept that he lost. And he's like, no, you cheated. So, yeah. Don't say it. Okay. Yeah, we were about to bring up something political, but no plot. Yeah, but no politics in this. No politics in this video. Yeah. So, yeah, we have this cool fight scene in which, before we have the fight scene, here comes the meme. The meme is coming. Yeah. So, the reason why Reed Richards is being clowned on in the internet circle, even to this day, is because he literally gave Wanda an opportunity to defeat them. He's like, Wanda, Black Bolt can destroy you with one word from his mouth. And then Wanda's like, what mouth? And then takes away, literally makes Black Bolt's mouth disappear. And while that's actually pretty funny and kind of sad kind of for Black Bolt, I don't know, maybe it's actually a good thing for him. No mouth, he can't destroy anybody. But he ends up destroying himself. Good point. Yeah, I can see why this was a problem for many people. I mean, you got someone called the smartest man alive, and then he does this. I think two minds were behind this. Now, film speak? Not film speak. It was High Top Films. High Top Films brought up this interesting point where the Illuminati cameos were clearly Marvel's doing, and then Sam Raimi comes in and kills them out of spite. Maybe. You think that's it? Yeah, I think so. Because this kind of feels like a very Sam Raimi thing to do, especially the way they're killed off. Yeah, but yeah, we can't defend this. The fact that I know we like to defend everything Disney does, no matter what. We just can't defend this. We have to admit this. That part's like kind of bad writing. The fact that they had that Reed Richards was killed off like this. I mean, it's funny, the what mouth thing, but I don't know. You're doing a huge disservice to a character people love, especially this fan casting. People want their chosen actor to actually do something, but no, he's turned into spaghetti. Let's kill him off immediately. Then the fight starts, and I'll admit the other characters are killed off in more cool ways. I mean, Captain Carter, she's split in half. I think Black Bolt gets killed because he literally destroys himself because no mouth. And then the fight with the most visual effects is the Captain Marvel Monica Rambeau versus 838 Wanda. So then 838 Wanda kills Captain Marvel by making her fall under a pile of rubble. If I was to rank which character that was the coolest out of all of them, I think I have to go with it's actually a very hard choice. I think it have to be Black Bolt's death, because even though it's not much, it's kind of creative. You get this character that has this voice that can destroy anything, and what happens no mouth? He tries to speak and ends up destroying himself. Yep, that's creative. That seems to be the most creative out of all of them. Either that or Captain Carter getting split in half. Either one of those two. The Captain Marvel falling under a pile of rubble. I don't know. It just seems a bit generic. So yeah. The strange fight happens, and then we have Wanda coming into the room after killing off the last of the Ultron bots. So then So then America punches through. America somehow managed to punch through the glass with her powers. This is where she discovers that she can punch, create portals by punching things. So maybe Christine took off the handcuffs or something. Cause I don't know. I'm not gonna question it. You gotta take many leaps in logic, and while that may be a drawback to some, it's not a problem for us really. We just gotta take leaps in logic. That's fine. We like enjoying our entertainment, so we like entertainment. If we have to take leaps in logic, fine. I mean, we prefer, we prefer more carefully constructed stories with the airtight logic, but we don't really have a problem with this. Yeah, it's fine. So yeah, they go running and they go running. They find each other, and America hugs Strange. It's so cute. You know, it's like that. Like America's been through like a lot so far. She's been through an entire hodgepodge of universes. She's been drugged. She's been captured. She's been handcuffed. She's been and then she's been through almost literal trauma because Wanda's coming in ready to kill her. Here, oh, did I mention that Professor X kind of gets killed off too? Yeah, I didn't mention that. So before we get this review's out of order now. So no, this is more like Pongo's recap than we thought. So Professor X goes inside Wanda's mind, tries to pull out the good Wanda from the evil Wanda, but of course it fails. This is symbolized by the good Wanda being trapped under a pile of rubble, most likely her house. It looks like. So then the evil Wanda comes in through like red smoke and it snaps Professor X's neck. Okay, Charles Xavier's dead. Moving on. So then we have yeah, America hugs Strange, and then like we have like it just you can't help but feel bad for her after everything she's been through. So far in this movie. So seeing her hug Strange, like oh, like I missed you. Like it's so heartwarming, especially because she kind of sees him as like a father figure by this point, because they've been through a lot together. So yeah, Christine is distrusting of Strange. This Christine is distrusting of Strange, and America stands up for Strange. Like it doesn't matter about the other Stevens. You're not like them. And then Strange's like, smart kid. I do wish he could have said something more, but come on, it's Doctor Strange. He's not gonna show much emotion. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Seeing America stand up for Strange like that, it was kind of cute and heartwarming too. So honestly, I love the dynamic. I love their dynamic throughout this film. Sort of like this father-daughter kind of relationship, in contrast to Peter Parker and uncle kind of uncle-nephew kind of relationship between him and Strange. Here we have more of like a father-daughter kind of dynamic. We see that Strange cares for America and vice versa, and yet he's fully accepted his mission of protecting her. So yeah, we have this tunnel battle in which the tunnel gets flooded, but therefore momentarily stopping Wanda. So then Christine gives Strange the watch that is mentioned in a flashback. So earlier in the film, when America and Strange were exploring the universe, we have this flashback detailing a significant moment in both Strange's and America's lives. So what happened with Strange is that we have this dinner with our universe Christine, and she gives him a watch or something. So something he gives her this watch. So then yeah, we have this past with America, which like she talks about her two moms. It's like it doesn't last long, but it managed to get the film banned in Saudi Arabia because of the LGBTQ reference. Great. Alright, can't have LGBTQ characters in a monarchy, am I right? Alright. Honestly, the rules, the censorship rules in some of these countries is just insane. So yeah, back to the current timeline. Strange uses the watch to open the waypoint. Then we have this, and then we have the Raimi angle, camera angle in the waypoint verse, which is kind of advertised in the trailers. This big, this big huge camera angle, which goes all the way to the Book of Insanity. They jump down and Strange gets the book no problem. Great. So he can use it. Oh no, it's Wanda. Yeah, Wanda survived the flood. She's invincible, man. She's invincible. Yeah. Wanda can last through anything. She survived being invaded through her mind. She survived a flood. She survived by the spiky glass things in the mirror dimension. And what things can this woman not survive? This character is like even stronger than Thanos. At least Thanos was showing some struggle with fighting Wanda during Endgame. Yeah. Yeah, at least Thanos showed some struggle. This woman shows no struggle whatsoever. And that's how we like it. Look, I know this may seem like we're nitpicking, but we're not. We're actually complimenting it, because this is an even stronger villain than Thanos, and that's great. Okay, recently the announcements for the Phase 5 Avengers movies are coming out, and believe me, with Kang the Conqueror, he's got a lot to live up to. If he's going to be stronger than the Scarlet Witch. Again, we've not read the comics. We don't know how strong Kang actually is, or is it Kong? I don't know. But regardless, he's got a lot to live up to if he's going to surpass the Scarlet Witch in terms of strong villainy. Yeah. I mean, Thanos didn't have that much of motivation to begin with, but, like, man, Scarlet Witch is so much stronger than Thanos. Confirm, best MCU villain. Sorry, Thanos. So yeah, Wanda survived the flood, and then she sends Strange and Christine into an alternate universe, and then sends America right to 616 Wanda, and then so 616 Wanda stops the dream walk, and then Wanda turns back to normal. Oh, and that brings up the question. Wait, how come Wanda? How come 838 Wanda couldn't see the alternate version of Wanda dreamwalking in that portal? And we're not gonna question it. She's probably too frazzled from being possessed. Yeah. So yeah, America delivers some cliche talk like this isn't what your children would want, and then Wanda's like they'll never know. And America's like, maybe not, but you will. Oh, feisty! Did I mention that we love this character? Yeah, favorite character in the whole movie. You know why we put her in background shots in the background of like the Outcruiser comeback. We love this character. She's part of YouTube School now, so you'll be seeing her in future movies because we love this character. Yeah. Yeah. So now America's role is to be the damsel in distress. Wonderful. So then Strange and Christine get sent to this incursion universe, where two universes have collided. Why is this an incursion? We'll find out later. So the two universes have collided. It's an absolute mess. It's a hailstorm. It's a mix of everything. The world has collided in on itself. Oh dear. Oh dear, this is bad. So then they find the Sanctum, in which Strange finds an alternate universe version of himself. Now, I have to applaud whoever was doing the VFX work here, because they were somehow able to duplicate Benedict Cumberbatch for talking to himself. This is literally Strange talking to himself. I bet he must have felt really weird on set. Yeah, Yeah. Oh, great. I'm talking to nobody. I'm talking to myself. Okay, great. Great. Don't worry. Don't worry about it, Benedict Cumberbatch. Don't worry about it, Benedict. We're just going to fix it in post production. Just trust it. Just talk to yourself. Okay, fine. I'm gonna talk to myself. It must have felt really weird. But here we have where Strange reveals that Strange reveals that his sister died in order to convince that his alternate version that it's really him, and then we have this little conversation where alternate universe Strange is like, "Are you happy, Steven?" Even he recounts his life. I'm like, it's like, yes, of course. I'm a sorcerer with powers of a god. What man wouldn't be happy? And then I came back to this haunted house and tried to figure out why I lied. I never meant for any of this to happen. I just wanted to be within the universe where I could be with Christine. So that's what caused this incursion. He wanted to be with Christine. Yup, this Strange went turbo too, because of course he did. So then we have this brief mention that Strange has been having this dream about himself falling from a tall building, and then that's revealed to be this alternate universe Strange pushing other Strangers off buildings. Okay. And then we have this cool musical battle and stuff. Before we get to the musical battle, I just want to mention this alternate universe Strange is very interesting. Yeah, it is. Bronstone, take it away. Okay. So one thing I found interesting with this alternate universe Strange is that this could have very well been our Strange. Like we have the events at the beginning, the wedding and stuff, but then Strange came back to his house. Imagine if America Chavez didn't come through that portal with Gargantuous. Imagine what if the whole multiverse shenanigans didn't happen the way they did at the beginning of the movie. Strange would have come back to his house. He would have been sad that he lost Christine. And then he would have tried to search the multiverse for a way to to be with Christine. So this version of Strange could have very well been our Strange. And it's very interesting to mention here. And the fact that he mentions, "Are you happy, Steven?" as the main question. That's the main question driving this entire movie. Can these superheroes who have saved the world and have lives that are never stable, they always have to go out and be the hero for other people, can they really be happy with their lives? And that's honestly a very interesting question. I think that's a question that no superhero movie, not even Zack Snyder's Justice League, which we consider to be the greatest movie of all time, poses. Like, no superhero movie has posed this question before. Indeed, they haven't. And, frankly, it's a very, very, very interesting question. Can these superheroes be happy? I mean, heck, you look at me. I'm in a Superman costume. I'm this universe's Superman. I'm the Adam Schuster movie Superman. So, can I be happy? Well, I have Citrine. Citrine Spark. So, maybe, but considering that my personal life is constantly upended by these constant threats, and and Brownstone knows here too. Yeah, I'm running an entire school, and I have to constantly be the symbol of hope for everyone. Can we really be happy with our lives? That's honestly a very interesting question. One that we've not even asked ourselves, and for me, I don't know. Personally, I find great fulfillment in this YouTube gig, and I find great fulfillment in it. But I can understand why this can be kind of a burden on other people, mainly superheroes like the ones we see in the MCU. Yeah, with these superheroes constantly having to be the symbol of hope for other people. When did they get to have the time for themselves? In these movies, they're always facing threats that could end the world, doom humanity. When do they have time to be themselves? Aside from the casual MCU quips, these heroes they can't be themselves half the time. Always they have to be this role model, this inspiration for other people, and the fact that they have to be like this, be this symbol of hope for everyone, and they don't have time for themselves. It's honestly really disheartening to think. It's a reality that these superheroes, they're kind of trapped like everyone else in their day-to-day jobs. Like, people may think that being a superhero is this like cool, a cool, fun thing, but how do you think they see it? How do you think they see having to go save the world and be this symbol of inspiration and hope for the rest of humanity? How do you think they see that? How do you think they see the fact that they can't, that every time they think they have a moment to themselves, something constantly comes up? Wow. That's deep. Yeah, that's deep. I can never look at superhero movies the same way anymore. Poor Superman. I mean, Batman vs. Superman kind of illustrated that struggle, but not really to an extent but not really directly. It's kind of hinted at, but not really posed. It's not posed. The question is mainly of, should superheroes be responsible for humanity? It wasn't really a question of can these heroes be happy with their lives? Yeah, I think this movie explores the question on like a way deeper level, especially with the conversation between Strange and alternate universe Strange. Anyway, before any of us feel bad for our favorite superheroes, because we have this musical battle. Yay! More cheesy. Yep, we have this huge battle. It's a mix between Beethoven and Mozart. I don't know. I think I recognize one music track in there that I've heard before. Dun 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 dun. I don't know where I heard that before, but I do know that I've heard it before. The other ones I don't know. Yeah. Okay. So funny story. Danny Elfman originally composed a more complete track, in which he ripped off a lot of musical cues. I wouldn't say ripped off, but kind of paid homage to them. And Kevin Feige was like, nah, okay, let's tone it down a bit. I don't know why. I mean, putting in many references to musical cues, maybe they were afraid of licensing issues or something. And yeah, that was probably it. Yeah, they didn't have the same copyright lawyers they did for Chip and Dale. That's for sure. Yeah. So yeah, musical battle. Alternate, evil Strange gets thrown out the window and gets impaled on a fence. Yay! We love our impaling. So then Strange picks up the Darkhold and prepares to dreamwalk in order to save America. And Christine is like, what do you think you're doing? Okay, she doesn't say it that corny, but it's kind of like, what are you doing with the Darkhold? And Strange confesses, okay, I'm dreamwalking. And Christine's like, I knew it. I knew it. All you Stevens, you're all the same. And Strange admits that, yeah, we are all the same, but America needs my help, and I can't do this without you. I need you to protect me, in case they come. Who's they? The souls of the damned. And yeah, the souls of the damned. They're these spirits. They're these like evil spirits, kinda. Yeah. These evil spirits that kind of prevent anyone besides the Scarlet Witch from dreamwalking. The Scarlet Witch got there no problem because she's their master. But other people, nah, you gotta pass a rigorous test. You gotta control them. So then these spirits attack Strange and pull him under. And then Christine fights off these spirits in the sanctum. And then she gives this pep talk to Strange. They're master of the mystic arts. Their spirits use them, and it's so epic. I thought Zack Snyder was the only one that could do epic scenes like this, but nope. Sam Raimi can do it too. So yeah, Strange uses the spirits to propel him into Mount Wondercorp. So America's bound by Wanda's magic, and yeah, Wanda's preparing to take her power. Then And then all of a sudden, like, Wong tries to climb up. And then as these monsters try to attack Wong, Strange shows up. I bet you guys are wondering, I bet you guys who haven't seen it are wondering, wait, how does Strange show up? I mean, there's no other alternate universe Strange in the universe, in the 616 universe. Oh, there is. Oh, there is, my friends. And Strange comes back as a zombie. Yep. Typical Sam Raimi zombie stuff. Let's go. So, Sam Raimi... funny story, Sam Raimi didn't want to do this initially, because he didn't want viewers to think, oh, he's just doing a Sam Raimi thing. But Michael Waldron talked him into it. Michael Waldron's the writer for this movie. So Michael Waldron talked him into it, and so Strange shows up in zombie form. And yeah, we have this brief little scuffle, and then Wong's like, Strange, take America's power, it's the only way. And Strange's like, no, I won't do it. I've heard you like this, yeah, this is the only way. So it makes it seem like he's finally gonna take America's power and she's gonna die. But heck no, Marvel won't allow this. Yeah, Marvel, yeah, this was totally a call on Marvel. Marvel is not gonna allow this because they want to use America's powers for future projects, which I'm all for. Well, as I mentioned, she's our favorite character in this whole movie. So seeing more MCU projects with her is honestly a good thing. To all of you who hate, to all of you who hate this character, screw you. So yeah. So yeah, Zombie Strange shows up and he's like, it's me and other me's body, and we have this really emotional exchange between the two of them. Yeah. So Strange is like. Strange is like, I'm telling you to trust your power. And America's like, I can't control it. And Strange gives this really inspirational speech to her. Yes, you have. You have been all along. Every time you've opened the portal, you've taken us exactly where you need to go. It's just so heartwarming. I mean, this entire movie, America's been dealing with their insecurities. Insecurities. What were their parents? Her mom's dying and her being unable to control her power, her thinking that she presumably killed them. She thinks that what happened to her was her fault, that she couldn't control her power, and the fact that here is Strange, encouraging her to master her abilities, use her power for good. It's really inspirational. It's the kind of pep talk that any kid needs. That if they're dealing with this much insecurity, I know in reality it might take more than a simple pep talk. I mean, with the amount of trauma that America's gone through, I think she might need therapy. It's like psychiatric therapy or something. But yeah, we don't have time for psychiatric therapy in the MCU. So yeah, we're just gonna do it with a pep talk. That honestly works because it's a very inspirational speech. It was just like, no, you can do it. I believe in you. I believe in you. Which it's sort of like that on paper, but it goes a bit deeper than that. If it was just, I believe in you, you can do this. Do this, run, Barry, run, like the Flash, like the CW Flash does constantly. Well, then it would have not worked. But because Strange is tapping into the root of America's insecurities and encouraging her to master her abilities and be more confident, to believe in herself. Well, in this way, the way he phrases it, it's honestly really empowering. I love this moment. This has got to be my favorite scene in the entire movie, mainly because of how raw, how human, how emotional it is. Yes. And it's safe to say that yeah, America becomes the girl boss. Oh yeah, you're gonna kick that witch's. I'm not gonna say the A word, but yeah, Strange says that, and then clench fists, and then she smiles, and then oh yeah, here we go. So then we're fighting. So then it was more fighting with Wanda. Then all of a sudden, screeching from above, and then boom. Well, America punches Wanda, therefore creating a portal. And she looks at her hands, she's like, what? What? Then she realizes, oh my god, I actually mastered my powers. Alright, she's like, oh yeah. She's like, uh-huh. And Wanda's like, okay, so then she punches Wanda again. This fight is honestly so funny. So funny and strong and funny and empowering and at the same time. Then she punches Wanda again. She punches a portal to Mustafar. Yeah, I'm not gonna pretend that lava planet isn't Mustafar. I see what you did there, Disney. Yeah, so she punches a portal to Mustafar. It's over, Wanda. It's over, Wanda. I have the high ground. You underestimate my power. Don't try it. I had to. But Wanda proves too strong for America. So America's like, okay, I can't beat you, so I'll give you what you want. Huh. And then she punches a portal to an alternate universe. Maybe this is the 838 universe? I don't know what. It's an alternate universe. So then Wanda, in her full Scarlet Witch costume, sees her kids, and she doesn't think for 1 second that her kids would freak out upon seeing her in a witch's costume. Yeah. Yeah, they clearly don't recognize them. They clearly don't recognize our Wanda. So then they freak out, they go to their Wanda, and their Wanda comes down the stairs. And then, our Wanda's understandably enraged. Like, I'm your mother. And she punches alternate universe Wanda across the room. And this gets the kids really freaked out. Billy and Tommy, they pummel Scarlet Witch with pillows and stuff, and many things. Funny thing, behind the scenes, this was actually a real injury. So when Elizabeth Olsen actually got injured from Billy and Tommy's actors throwing stuff at her. So when she said stop it, she was actually saying stop it, like okay, that's enough. And then it obviously worked. She was using her full range as an actress. And that was the one scene she didn't enjoy filming, apparently. I can see why. I mean, you get injured by these kids throwing stuff at you. Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, that's gotta be painful. So, but it works. They're understandably freaked out. So then, let's seamlessly transition to our Wanda trying to calm them down, saying, "I would never hurt you. I'm not a monster." But then she sees how terrified they are, and she realizes, "Oh no, I'm the monster." So then she understandably breaks down, and then alternate universe Wanda comes in another heartwarming moment. She tells our Wanda, know that they'll be loved. And you can see the entire world shift beneath our Wanda's eyes as she realizes what she did was wrong. That she can't hug her children. She can't have her children back. But as long as that they're loved, that's what counts. She may not ever be able to be with her children, but there are universes in which she can. And as long as she knows that her children are loved in those universes, then that's okay. It's like having her children in her universe. Yeah. So then America pulls back the portal, and Wanda understands what she has to do. I opened the dark hole. I need to close it. No one will be tempted by the dark hole again. So then she brings that Wanda card, the temple down on herself. She brings the temple down in on herself, and then we have this big flash of magic right before it collapses. Now many people think that Scarlet Witch is dead. Like, come on, this is the MCU. She's not dead. She's coming back for another project. I mean, that's not confirmed, but it's safe to assume that this isn't the last we'll see of Wanda. I mean, many people say that this villain defeat, especially if she actually is dead, is kind of underwhelming. We don't agree. Hear me out. I mean, aside from everything we just described, this was the only way for Wanda to go out. Yes, it's a little too similar to the way Doc Ock went out in Spider-Man 2, but let's be fair. Let's be fair here. When you get Sam Raimi, you're obviously gonna get callbacks to his previous films. I mean, Michael Waldron literally wrote the film for Sam Raimi, so it's obvious that there's callbacks to other films in there. Yeah, if Sam Raimi actually wrote the thing, maybe he would have shot a different ending, I don't know. But considering it's supposed to be like a love letter to all of Sam Raimi's films, sort of like what I'm doing with my... sort of like what Pongo and I were doing with our cinematic universe, our love letter to Zack Snyder. Considering that Multiverse of Madness is supposed to be a love letter to Sam Raimi and his work, I understand why they did it the way they did. And besides, it's very impactful. It's very impactful and emotionally for Wanda's character. It's the perfect close to her arc, and she can finally go on a path to redemption. Until she becomes a villain again. Because we know she was initially a villain, kind of a villain in Age of Ultron, then she became good, then she's a villain again. Pick one, Marvel. Is she a villain or is she not a villain? When she gets redeemed, because we know she'll be redeemed, she better be redeemed for real this time. Yeah, that's one thing I'll say. So then we find out that Wanda has destroyed the Darkhold in every universe. Christine encourages Strange to face his fears. And then we have the ending at Comertage, where America has officially joined the Comertage sorcerers to learn the mystic arts. And she's having trouble opening portals. Like, how is this so harder than a multiversal portal? It's like just the one kid, like, you're doing math, and it's like, oh wait, how is this pre-calculus problem, like, how's this algebra problem so hard? So, it's so hard. I mean, some people are saying, like, well, if she can open portals to the multiverse, then how's she having trouble teleporting? Like, this is her thing. Like, she's been opening portals and stuff. That's what she knows how to do. That's what she's mastered. But opening portals in this universe, it's kind of harder. Teleportation is sometimes harder than multiversal travel. That's the explanation we're giving for it. It's harder. It's harder. Just go with it. Just go with it. So, yeah. Strange arrives. They finally bow. There was this whole thing with, like, this whole thing is so you're supposed to bow before the Sorcerer Supreme. Running gag that's been going on in the movie. And Strange finally does so. So, to Wong, because Wong's the new Sorcerer Supreme. He got out of technicality after Strange blipped. So yeah, America Chavez and Doctor Strange have one last interaction when she says, "I'm glad I came to your universe. I'm glad I fell into your universe." And Doctor Strange like, "So my kid, so my best father-daughter duo ever." So he returns to his own universe where he fixes his watch, and so he returns to the Sanctum where he fixes his watch. He goes out and he goes out with a new lease on life, and then all of a sudden, oh no, he doubles back in pain, and whoa, third eye, he got a third eye. He got corrupted by the Darkhold. Oh no, and then the movie just ends. And now, we're not familiar with many of Sam Raimi's work, but we've been told that he likes to end his movies like this. The typical horror movie ending. So, yeah, I mean, compared to the original ending, this is a bit underwhelming. I mean, the original ending that they planned was... Okay, hear me out. So, Strange would have been trapped in the alternate dimension. The one where Evil Strange resided. And then Evil Strange would have gone back to the 616 universe. So then when we see the end, it's Evil Strange with the third eye. And our Strange is stuck in that universe. Now, whether or not he was able to rescue America Chavez, I assume that he did. That he did in the original ending, because it's a Marvel movie, you gotta have a happy ending. But yeah, yeah. So yeah, that ending honestly much better, but I gotta lie, this ending kind of gave us chills. The ending we got kind of gave us chills, so I'm not mad. Yeah, kind of gave us chills. So that's the movie. Wait, hold on. This isn't an MC movie without the post-credit scene. First post-credit scene, Clea shows up. Clea, apparently character from the comics is Strange's new love interest. Okay, yeah, okay. So So yeah, you caused an incursion, we're gonna fix it. Unless you're afraid. Not in the least. Then Strange is like, not in the least. And then they jump to the portal together. I kind of spoofed that. We kind of spoofed that for the Battle for Tatooine. So America Chavez shows up. Here's a spoiler for the Battle for Tatooine movie that we're making. So yeah, America Chavez shows up, says like some demon king Lobster is causing some trouble in the underworld, and we gotta fix it unless you're afraid. And then Serene Spark's like, not in the least. So then they go to America Chavez's portal. Therefore, it's setting up the tarot card storyline. Yep, America Chavez shows up at the end of the Battle for Tatooine. I told you we love the character. And then, second post-credit scene, Bruce Campbell cameo again. Finally, Bruce Campbell stops hitting himself, and he's like, ha ha ha, it's over. Now, this is actually a different version of the scene that was originally shot. The original version of the scene showed Pizza Papa Bruce Campbell, well, swearing revenge on Doctor Strange. But since they probably don't want to have Bruce Campbell as a villain, because I don't know what the future of Sam Raimi at Marvel is. So if they're gonna bring back Bruce Campbell as a villain, like I can see why they removed that in the original version of the scene, because they don't know if they're gonna bring Sam Raimi back, and Sam Raimi loves his Bruce Campbell characters, and we're setting up Kang the Conqueror character and Doctor Doom for Secret Wars. So why do we want Pizza Papa as a villain? He's not gonna do anything. It's gonna go nowhere, and we know MCU fans hate plot threads that go nowhere. So yeah, that's the movie. On to our final thoughts. Okay, so that was Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Let me say, revisiting it didn't do it much favors. I mean, at first we were going into this review with giving it like a 10 out of 10 or something. But because of the leaps in logic that we had to take, it kind of has a couple drawbacks. Only a couple of drawbacks. This doesn't mean that we hate the movie in any way. We love the movie. In fact, we adore it. I mean, there's a reason why we saw it 6 times. But yeah, we can't give it a 10 out of 10. That honor still goes to Zack Snyder's Justice League. Still best superhero movie. Still best movie. And, yeah, if I could give that movie a 20 out of 10, I would. But, ultimately, despite the leaps in logic and the cheesy stuff, this movie was ultimately still extremely enjoyable. America Chavez is my favorite character. He's got a really deep and complex story for the superheroes and stuff. A deep complex question is mainly explored throughout the film and stuff. And Wanda has an excellent motivation, excellent journey from villain, and her redemption is chef's kiss. And Doctor Strange learned a valuable lesson. The lesson in this movie that we didn't touch on yet is to let others take their own initiative. For the longest time, Doctor Strange has been a character that has been, well, he wants control of the situation. He wants to be the one holding the knife, per se, as explained throughout the movie. But he learns to let others take their own initiative, find their own path, and that's an excellent lesson for Strange in this movie. So ultimately, we're going to be giving Doctor Strange the Multiverse of Madness an 8.5 out of 10. And excellent movie, and definitely one I want to see again. We both do. And I'll be seeing it with the intention of spotting even more Easter eggs and references. Now that it's on Disney Plus, we can see it whenever we want. Woo! Now, next one. Alright, let's move on to the next MCU Phase 4 movie, Thor, Love and Thunder, the sequel to Thor Ragnarok. Let us start this review by saying that this is not better than Multiverse of Madness. I think Multiverse of Madness was really great. Yeah, me too. And I didn't think it could get better than that. I mean, it kind of did with No Way Home. Like, Spider-Man No Way Home is, like, way better than Multiverse of Madness, kind of. But, yeah. I mean, it's the culmination of the franchises and stuff. But Thor: Love and Thunder, because we haven't seen Ragnarok or any of the previous Thor films, I think we're gonna be kind of out of the loop on this one. I'm sure there are like many references to the previous Thor films that we totally missed, but let's just go ahead and do it anyway. I mean, it may not be better than the Multiverse of Madness, but that doesn't mean it's not good in its own right? So the film opens with this guy, with Gore the God Butcher and his daughter Love, and Love dies. Love is basically the daughter of Gore. So but yeah, Gore the God Butcher is the main villain in this movie. He wants to kill all the gods because of his daughter dying. Once again, there's a theme of fatherhood in this movie, and yeah, we're not gonna spend much time on this one really. We're gonna describe the story, and like we're not gonna go as in depth with it as Multiverse of Madness, since we don't want this video to be too long, and we already got another movie to cover afterwards. So we're gonna be quicker with this one. So yeah, Gore wants to kill all the gods. Meanwhile, Thor is in retirement. Now, however, does that sound familiar? It's literally the plot of Adventure of the movie. Yeah, the new one. Yeah, I'm in retirement at the beginning of the movie. So, yeah, that's your one spoiler for it. Yeah. So yeah, Thor is fighting with the Guardians of the Galaxy, or more like he doesn't fight, because Thor wants to retire from his superhero days, but he's called out of his retirement because Gore wants to kill all the gods. And meanwhile, Jane Foster, who is suffering from terminal cancer, gets a bonds with Mjolnir. Mjolnir, is that how you say it? Mjolnir. Okay, yeah, Mjolnir. So, yeah, which is Thor's hammer in the mythology. So yeah, Mjolnir gets bonded with Jane. So then Jane becomes the new Thor. Now, this caused backlash. And of course it did, because all of Phase 4 movies seem to be causing backlash now. What happened to the days where you could just enjoy the MCU, huh? Why does everything have to be backlash now? Yeah, the backlash was over Jane Foster somehow being poised to replace Chris Hemsworth Thor. And yeah, of course the Phantom Menace is gonna make up anything to spread their narrative. And really, no, this was not the intention of the character, especially because they killed her off in the movie. So yeah, both Gore and Jane Foster die. So yeah, Jane Foster was not being pushed to replace Thor. They only thought that because of the comics that have Jane Foster in them, but that's not the case at all. So we have Thor being brought out of retirement to stop Gore. So then Gore attacks New Asgard and kidnaps several Asgardian children and stuff. And yeah, Thor goes to Olympus, which is called the Omnipotent City. We totally butchered that. To see Zeus. Now, we didn't expect to see Zeus in this movie, but apparently they did. And there's this one moment, I'm not going to spoil it, in which they kind of pushed the Marvel rating, Marvel PG-13 rating, kind of. It didn't end up earning it an R rating, but they kind of pushed the boundaries with it with one shot, or I think like one scene in the movie. I'm not going to spoil it because I want you guys to see it for yourselves, but it's nice to see them trying new things. So we meet Zeus and the other gods. Now, as we mentioned that we didn't expect to see Zeus in this movie, that's Teddy. Anyway, so we didn't expect to see Zeus in the movie. Zeus, well, honestly, Zack Snyder's version of Zeus is way better. This Zeus, I don't know. I just wasn't feeling the same bad A vibe from him. know? So yeah, I think this version of Zeus is kind of a misfire, but he's not too bad. He's not too bad. So he orders Thor's capture because the location of Olympus or the omnipotent city. See, why not just call it Olympus? Is that trademark or something? You're Disney. You made Hercules. Like, you don't have to. Forget it. So, there's probably a reference in the comics I'm missing. So yeah, Zeus orders their capture, and yeah, Thor and Gore escape, and Thor and Foster hang out. They make a plan, they go to the Shadow Realm. But they can't find the kids, so yeah, they find the children. They can't find the children initially, and Jane Foster reveals eventually that if she can't, that like using Mjolnir again would kill her because she's suffering from terminal cancer, and the power, I guess, is taking severe toll on her health. Gore wants to enter the realm of eternity to kill all the gods and stuff. That's his main goal, because he's upset that his daughter died and gods can save him, I think. So yeah, that's what I got from the film. So if I'm wrong, be sure to tell us in the comments. So yeah, some hijinks ensue while Jane Foster recuperates and stuff. And eventually, Thor finds the kidnapped children at the altar of eternity, and what we have is the most bad A scene in this entire movie. Thor imbues the children with the power of Thor, and they fight Thor's monsters. Even though this isn't as good as Multiverse of Madness, I have to say that that scene, it was so epic. Heck yeah, it was. I think my favorite part of that scene has to be when this one girl is using her teddy bear as a laser. I think that's everybody's favorite part. Yeah. There seems to be a theme now with Marvel giving kids epic moments, and honestly, I'm all for it. Listen, when I get to see some, when I get to see kids do these epic action scenes in MCU movies, I'm all for it. Let's go. So Thor and Foster fight. Thor and Jane Foster fight Gore, and then Thor persuades Gore to resurrect his daughter Love instead of killing all the gods. Foster dies, and Gore kind of redeems himself. I mean, he brings Love back to life. He wishes to eternity to bring Love back to life, but that comes at the cost of his own life because he was cursed. So yeah, we didn't have much to say about this movie, but ultimately, I think it's fine. I mean, we haven't seen the previous movies, previous Thor movies and stuff. The Thor movies, they weren't really our thing. I mean, we love Thor as like a character and stuff. I mean, we eat up the Norse mythology books and stuff, but I don't know. The Thor movies never really appealed to us and stuff. Maybe at some point. Maybe, I mean, this film kind of makes us want to rewatch the previous Thor films. So maybe we will. Maybe we will. We'll see. So we'll be giving this movie a 7.5 out of 10. Actually, you know what? We'll just bump that up to an 8, because like 8 out of 10, it's a good score. It's a good score. It's a good score. Not the best, but certainly not the dumpster fire that many fans are saying. I mean, many fans, they're calling this the worst Thor movie, and I don't think so. I don't think so. This isn't the worst Thor movie. I know what you're saying. Oh, how would you know? You haven't seen the previous. Well, that's true. That's true. I'll admit that. I'll admit that. But honestly, this isn't a bad movie. So if I say it's not the worst Thor movie, then I don't think it is. Because otherwise, weren't we just reeling on Thor: The Dark World or something a while back? A while back, and now this is the worst Thor movie? People can't seem to make up their minds. Yeah. So, 8 out of 10, yeah, definitely one we'd see again, because there's definitely some details we missed, and, as we said, we're not really we weren't really as invested in the story as we were with Multiverse of Madness. There wasn't really that complexity that Multiverse of Madness had that really grabbed our attention. But it wasn't, but it's a fun movie, so we'll definitely see it again. Definitely see it again. So yeah, Multiverse of Madness is still the best one out of these two. It hasn't been receiving as much hate as Thor: Love and Thunder has, which is a good thing, honestly. But yeah, honestly, all the Phase 4 movies seem to be having some sort of backlash. But if you thought that the backlash of this movie was bad, oh boy, be prepared for the next one, because the Phantom Menace was absolutely all over Lightyear. Now they switched their focus to Lord of the Rings: Rings of Power from Amazon, and we'll be talking about that eventually. So yeah. Prepare yourselves, because we're going to be absolutely digging into the Phantom Menace with this review. Let's go with Lightyear. Okay, so Lightyear, the Toy Story spin-off movie that is supposedly the movie that Andy Davis saw as a kid that inspired him to get the Buzz Lightyear action figure. What did we think of it? Well, we actually thought it was pretty good. Right. Is it the best Buzz Lightyear origin story we could have gotten? No, but is it an awesome one? Heck yeah! Now this isn't gonna be much of a spoiler review. This is more of a Phantom Menace bad portion, because what we need to do is discuss the context behind this movie and why the alt-right and the Phantom Menace are so mad at it. In order to properly understand the context, let's go back to when this movie was being made. So, yeah, let's start with the casting. So, Tim Allen didn't return for this movie. What a shock. This is sort of like what happened in Solo, because Harrison Ford wasn't called back to do young Han. I mean, of course he wouldn't. I mean, he's old. What do people expect? I bet they expected de-aging, and now they're mad at Lucasfilm for de-aging Luke Skywalker and stuff, and making him look uncanny in both The Mandalorian and the Book of Boba Fett. Like, what do you want? What do you guys want? Do you want de-aging or do you not want de-aging? Do you want the same actor or not? Because Mark Hamill apparently can still pull it off. Harrison Ford, I don't know. So like, they kind of replaced him in Solo, and that's kind of what happened here. They replaced Tim Allen with Chris Evans. It wasn't a Tim Allen was too old kind of scenario like it was with Harrison Ford, though. It was more of a this is a spin-off, so we can't have any confusion. Because like, the Tim Allen voices the toy version of Buzz Lightyear, the main one we all know, the Buzz Lightyear we all know and love. But this one, and this is the real Buzz Lightyear, sort of. This is the Space Ranger that inspired the toy. So if Disney were to cast the same actor, wouldn't that be a bit confusing? Like, okay, like, I know people are nostalgic for Tim Allen. I know people wanted to see Tim Allen play the role, but we completely understand, and we will defend to our very graves Disney's reasoning. It's not because Tim Allen was a conservative, which is what I see the Phantom Menace pushing out. They want to make everything political, despite them saying that they don't like politics in movies. They don't like woke politics, but they sure do like their own politics, do they? So yeah, the common misconception is that Tim Allen's conservative, so that's why they replaced him. Well, if that was the case, why is he coming back for the clauses then? The St. Agatha Hills, not the St. Agatha Hills, the Santa Claus spinoff. Why is he coming back for the clauses then, huh? If he's a conservative, then obviously the studios don't want him. So then why is he coming back in another Disney project? Huh? Huh? Jeremy, that Star Wars girl, how does that make any sense? I like how y'all conveniently ignore that he's coming back for the clauses and that he's clearly booked for a lot of Disney projects and projects for other studios, too. I like how you're conveniently ignoring that fact to focus on the fact that he's not in Lightyear. Yeah, we know you're nostalgic for Tim Allen, but don't start peddling this BS that you know isn't true. Tim Allen is in no way in bad condition with Disney. He's not in a bad place with Disney. They still like him. They still want to use him. So it's not because he's a conservative, is it? As long as it makes them money, they don't care. Ultimately, money speaks. They know Tim Allen can make them money, so so they still have him. Just because he's not in Lightyear doesn't mean... I'm sorry. It just all this misinformation that they're that they're pulling out really makes me mad. Okay. So the actual the actual story. Alright, Buzz Lightyear is a pilot, a space astronaut with his robot companion Socks. And he works for, like, this Star Command thing. They've been on a planet for a long time, their fuel's depleted. So Buzz Lightyear does some hyperfuel tests, which launches him many years to the future. 62 years, 5 months, and 5 days. Or I think so. I'll have to rewatch the trailer, but something like that. So he's launched 62 years into the future. He's not old, because hyperspace travel, I guess. And everyone he knows is dead. His commanding officer, Alicia Hawthorne, is now replaced by her granddaughter, Izzy Hawthorne. And we got a couple other companions that I already forgot already forgot the names of. Yeah, So yeah, we meet Zurg in this movie, and apparently they retcon Zurg from being Buzz Lightyear's father to Buzz Lightyear himself. How does this work? Well, this is apparently Buzz Lightyear from more into the future, and so he traveled back through time to get the hyperfuel necessary to travel back to his own time period, I guess. I don't know, it's confusing. It's a confusing retcon, and that's one of the points that brings this movie down, in my opinion, because they retconned Zurg. The original backstory for Zurg was perfect. They did not need to change it, but well, they changed it. Also, Socks dies. I mean, kind of. If I recall correctly, they bring him back later, but yeah, ultimately, Chris Evans is awesome as Buzz Lightyear. He really captures the character, the mannerisms, the personality, all that. I couldn't care much for the side characters, save for maybe Socks and Izzy Hawthorne. But I don't know, the side characters didn't really give me that much of an emotional connection, really. It was just like, okay, they're there, they're the team and stuff. And so, after defeating Zurg, Buzz Lightyear returns home, and he's allowed to reform the Space Corps after almost getting arrested. So yeah, he's allowed to continue his training, and then they blast up to the stars. The end. It's more complicated than that, but we don't want to spoil the whole thing for you. I know we had no problem spoiling Multiverse of Madness because we had a lot to talk about, but honestly, Love and Thunder and Lightyear, they deserve to be seen for themselves. Obviously, everyone and their grandmas has probably seen Multiverse of Madness by this point. It's been out for a while. But yeah, and besides, we wanted to review Multiverse of Madness for a while. So the fact that we did go in spoilers was the fact that we wanted to review the movie for a while. Thor: Love and Thunder, Lightyear, we did because we just felt like it. But ultimately, I think it's a really great Buzz Lightyear action story. The visual effects are really good. The music is really good. Michael Giacchino provided the music, and he provided the music for a lot of Pixar films in the past. So yeah, Michael Giacchino, once again proves that he's a god tier composer. Is he as good as Hans Zimmer? No. I mean, Hans Zimmer's the man, bro. Hans Zimmer's the man. Man, his scores for the Zack Snyder's DC trilogy really proved that. And Junkie XL too. Like those two, they're the best. They're the man. But Michael Giacchino is an awesome composer, that's for sure. He really knows how to capture that sci-fi sci-fi epic adventure vibe. Right. And that was no different with this movie. He knows what he's doing. He's a great composer. The music was awesome. The cinematography was amazing. They had this cinematic, chunky, quote unquote chunky look to invoke sci-fi films in the 90s. And yeah, basically everything about this movie we liked. So yeah, we're gonna be giving this one. I think it's up there with Multiverse of Madness, 8.5 out of 10. Actually, we're gonna bump Multiverse of Madness up to a 9. A 9? 9, yeah, a 9, because really the plot holes and the leaps in logic don't really detract all that much. We were being a little too harsh on it upon thinking back. Okay, 9 out of 10. This is the last time we're changing it. 9.5? No. Okay, we gotta be fair. Okay. Alright, so Multiverse of Madness Multiverse of Madness is a 9 out of 10. Thor Love and Thunder is an 8 out of 10. And this is 8.5. Yeah, it's a really great movie. I recommend you see Love and Thunder as well, in spite of the little things we had to say about it. It may not be as deep and complex as Multiverse of Madness was, but you know what? You can't have that with every single movie. If every single movie is as complex and deep as the Snyder trilogy, the DC trilogy, we get kind of stale. The one thing DC has is that they don't have a formula like the MCU does. So the fact that Zack Snyder's DC Justice League trilogy was able to be as deep as they were, and Aquaman was just like fun superhero comedy and stuff, and then Shazam was Shazam, and the fact that all these movies get to be something. The Batman was a detective film. There's no standard formula, and I guess that's a good thing, really. So even though these two movies aren't as deep as Multiverse of Madness was, we're not mad about that, because Multiverse of Madness deserved to be in a class all its own. It's a really, really great movie. Definitely recommend it. Lightyear, definitely recommend too. If you're a fan of Buzz Lightyear and you want to ignore all the haters and their trash opinions, then yeah, go see it. Go see it and form your own opinion. If you still don't like it, then that's fine. But at least give the movie a chance. It's kind of like with the Mulan remake, which Pongo headlined the Support Mulan campaign a while back. We're thinking of bringing it back, but we need someone to replace Pongo. So yeah. So go see the film and think for yourself. That's what we recommend. That's what we recommend you do. Okay. Final thoughts and updates. Okay. Well, that concludes our review. Our mega review of Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, Thor Love and Thunder, and Lightyear. Revisiting all these movies has been really fun. Really, really it has. Thank you all for voting overwhelmingly for it. This was really cool to do, and yeah, we're back to defending Disney. We're back to all that stuff. We're back to the old groove. Hopefully we can win all your trust back, and get all your views back, because we miss you guys. We miss you guys. We really do. Yep. And hopefully that with this channel, the channel looking to go back to its roots, we can finally confidently say that this channel is back to the way it used to be. It's back to how it was, back to defending Disney, back to all that cliche drama. The reason why we stepped away from it to begin with was because well, the drama became too much, then Pongo took over and steered the channel to a new direction. And yeah, the drama became too much, and so we started moving away from it. But ultimately, we decided that you all subscribe for this sort of thing. You all subscribe because we gave you all hope. We gave you all inspiration. Inspiration in a fandom, in a fandom that barely has any hope. Yeah, we're that shining light, that beacon of hope for you guys, so we're gonna be that. We're gonna be that for you guys. If not for us, for you guys. Because you all deserve to hear the truth. With the Fandom Menace being extremely prolific in their misinformation, their lies, I think it's time we come out of the woodworks again and show them that we're still here. That the Disney fans, we're still here. We're gonna fight to the very end. Obviously, this channel's been through a very rough journey, and we've been on this journey to really discover who we are and what this channel means to us and to all of you. And I think we've finally come to a definitive answer. This channel means a lot to you guys because we were out there in those comment sections, just defending you guys, defending y'all's opinions, getting into fights with haters and stuff. We were that spark of hope that you all needed. We were that symbol of inspiration that you guys wanted. And it's not fair to you guys to transfer content when you guys clearly subscribe for one type of content. And that's us railing on the Fandom Menace on a daily basis. And ultimately, because the Fandom Menace has gotten so much worse, I think it's time we call him out. So, yeah. With that being said, thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this very unorganized video, then be sure to drop a like. And if you are still inclined and are a new viewer, subscribe to be updated on future content. I guarantee you will not regret it. And hey, you can always change your mind later. So, not that you would. So, no, we will see you all in the next video. Goodbye.